Some love doesn't disappear. It doesn't dry up. It doesn't lose its meaning. It simply goes where it cannot be held. There is a quiet kind of grief in realizing this, not suddenly, but slowly. The grief of seeing how much was given, how patiently, how generously, and noticing that it never quite landed. Not because it wasn't real, not because it wasn't enough, but because it was offered in a place that didn't know how to receive it. Many people carry this understanding silently. They look back and wonder how sincerity could feel so unseen, how devotion could be mistaken for availability, how care could be taken for granted instead of protected. This reflection can be painful, but it is also clarifying, because it reveals something essential. Love is not only about how deeply it is felt, it is also about where it is placed. Some people love steadily, quietly, without keeping score. They stay present, they adapt, they forgive, they hope. And because that love is patient, it is often misunderstood. Mistaken for endlessness, for tolerance without limits, for something that will always stay. But deep love is not bottomless. It has a shape, it has needs, it has a threshold where it begins to ask for reciprocity. When that reciprocity never comes, something subtle happens. The heart doesn't harden, it grows tired. Not dramatic tiredness, not anger, just quiet depletion from giving into a space that doesn't give back. This is often when self-questioning begins. Was I too much? Did I expect too much? Was I naive? But those questions miss the deeper truth. The issue was never the depth of the love. It was the mismatch between what was offered and what could be held. Some people simply do not have the capacity to tend to something that requires presence, accountability, and emotional steadiness. That does not make them villains, and it does not make the love foolish. It makes the placement wrong. There is a difference between love that is rejected and love that is misplaced. Rejected love is seen and declined. Misplaced love is overlooked or mishandled, often without malice. And that is why it can feel so confusing. There may have been affection, moments of closeness, words that sounded reassuring. But beneath it all, something essential was missing: the ability to consistently hold what was being given. Many people stay longer than they should because misplaced love still feels like love. It still hopes, it still waits. But recognition that comes too late is not recognition, it is realization. And realization changes things. There comes a moment when the heart stops explaining and starts noticing patterns. Not with blame, not with judgment, just with honesty. There may be grief for the care that wasn't returned, the loyalty that wasn't mirrored, the tenderness that wasn't met. That grief does not mean the love was a mistake. It means the love was real. And real love is never wasted. It teaches discernment. It refines boundaries. It clarifies what the heart truly needs. This is where selectivity begins, not as coldness, but as wisdom. Selectivity is not about giving less. It is about giving more carefully. Choosing differently does not erase what was given before. It honors it. Because it says, this mattered too much to place anywhere. There is a quiet strength in this awareness. It doesn't argue. It simply shifts where energy flows. The heart becomes more attentive to how it feels after giving, more aware of whether connection brings steadiness or depletion. This is not withdrawal, it is alignment. And alignment often feels like relief, even when it carries sadness. Because relief doesn't always feel like happiness. Sometimes it feels like peace. The peace of no longer explaining, the peace of no longer hoping someone will become capable of what they have shown they cannot sustain. This peace does not diminish love, it protects it. And protected love finds its way to places where it is welcomed. If this realization hurts today, that makes sense. Clarity can be painful. But clarity is not cruelty. It is respect, finally extended inward. Nothing needs to be rushed. Nothing needs to be proven. Love that is real does not disappear. It waits for the right hands. And when it finds them, it will not feel uncertain. It will not feel heavy. It will feel steady. And steadiness is where healing begins.